So what I want to demonstrate now is the Evo 4G. Now this is a special theme that we created predominantly to demonstrate the advanced capabilities of a stripped version
of TWRP 2.
Of TWRP 2.
Okay.
So this would be something that we would be looking at OEMs like or at device manufacturers like HTC, Motorola, Samsung, LG, as well as carriers like AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, as finding convenient and useful. So we go into recovery here, and instead of the normal, TeamWin logoed and customizable, this is not customizable by a customer. It's locked down. Signatures are required on anything it flashes, but what we really end up with here is I know the buttons are ugly. I didn't have buttons, but what we've got is an interface here that a Sprint employee somebody could bring this phone in with, say, a cracked display, but it still works. An employee could plug in an SD card, click the backup to SD card option, goes to another phone, another refurb of the same phone, hits the restore from SD card, and all it does is backs up the data. It doesn't expose system or any of those.
Okay.
They hit restore on the other device, and what they end up with is a phone that's been transferred.
Right.
So the customer doesn't lose anything. The employees don't have to understand anything more than how to get into recovery,
backup,
and press and put an SD card in the device.
Gotcha.
So it really brings the ease of use. I mean, obviously customized with the Sprint logo and HTC's boot screen. All the features, and I mean, obviously the features, again, can be customized by the XML that's derived.
Right.
And can be disabled from loading from the SD card, as well as things like ADB access, stuff that most developers would want, but a company like HTC would not be interested in allowing customers to do,
right,
for the obvious locked phone reasons. So really trying to make its robustness is high enough to really allow that level of customization and control.
Okay.
And then, they can hit reboot phone, and the phone will reboot itself. It takes it a moment.
Okay.
We power down for HTC devices. We power down the display to prevent the garbage that appears on the device.
Okay.
It is possible that it's set to power off. I did not actually check the options. That one's we haven't spent a lot of focus on this device.
Okay.
Because it's not our development platform. And the reason for choosing to develop, we initially did all of the prototype videos on the Evo 4G, the original, the first time we had a touch button.
Right.
The first time we even had it load the GUI in the touch screen, you just moved your finger and it told you where the touches were occurring.
Gotcha.
That was all done on the Evo, but very quickly we adapted over to the G tablet because when something went wrong, there is a command that can be executed on the G tablet called NV Flash. Or I should say it's a mode. There's a command on the PC that because the G tablet is such a developer-friendly device, you basically can't brick the device.
Gotcha.
It's almost unbrickable.
Gotcha.
And so that makes for a really good development device because you don't screw it up.
Right. You said that you didn't spend much time working on the Evo 4G TWRP 2, that customized version. How long did that take you to...
That version took me 20 minutes to create the whole resources. Most of that was finding a way to make those ugly buttons.
Okay.
Because I Googled HTC boot to get the first screen that you saw, the HTC Quietly Brilliant.
Right.
And that was only shown briefly because it loads that quickly. Then Googled Sprint logo, found the Sprint logo, marked in the XML, background is white, and said, okay, create me four or five buttons. I think there's 5.
5, yeah.
And I just said where I wanted the buttons and what I wanted as text in them.
Okay.
And that's what it got.
Gotcha.
Had we been working towards a truly, sellable package, we would have had, Shift would have done, you know, the graphics for the buttons and chosen a font that was a little bit easier to read. This one wasn't, this one looked a little blocky and unclear.
Right.
But again, all of that is things that we allow the themers and the graphic designers to do.
Right.
The interface that you saw on the G tablet was designed completely by Shift as far as the graphics, except for the Android logo in the corner. That was me.
Right.
And as a team, the whole team was just impressed when we saw how it came together on a screen.
Right.
And the ability to change it around and render it. We have that same set of graphics for the Evo 4G. We just haven't loaded them on yet.
Okay.
Because there's no, again, because it just sits on top of TWRP 1, it's really a no-brainer to port it between device to device.
Right.
So that's where we're going. We're in the works actually for a contest for themers. We're working with Team ACS. And we don't have details yet, but the contest is going to likely include best theme, period, best basic theme. And by basic theme, we mean we're going to set a size limit and say, okay, you know, this is, you only get this many bytes for your zip file.
Gotcha.
Make the best theme you can that still exposes all of this list of required functionalities. Our web developer soup is helping put together, by the time we release TWRP 2 in the wild or even a developer preview, we will have websites up that really detail all of the XML parameters, how to customize the XML. It uses PNG files, which is what everyone's already familiar with on Android. So we're really expecting that themers will be able to take this and run very quickly.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for taking time to meet with me today. Show me TWRP 2. Obviously, a lot of different things going on in the recovery space that I'm not used to seeing, and I think that the community at large is probably going to be really excited about.
Well, thank you for giving us the chance to show the world what it is that we've been working on behind closed curtains.
Yeah.
We're really excited to get it out to the world.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Thanks again.
Thank you.